Hello and welcome to my conceptual design presentation. I find it helpful to generate ideas through words. Here, the word aperture is my inspiration. These telescoping forms allow for dynamic and interesting views. Included as a centerpiece of this design is a tower which houses a wind turbine and a cistern. I was also inspired by a radial design focusing on a central cistern. The buildings all radiate outwardly from the central cistern. Roof rainwater catchment is directed inwards, directly to the cistern. Next, I explored the idea of shifting and adjusting. Stacking reused storage containers creates interesting and dynamic shapes while also being durable and strong. With this design, we can explore the idea of having a dedicated space for each of the 10 coat measures. Using these initial sketches, I filtered what worked best and created a refined design for aperture. The design incorporates radial elements, a central cistern, and parking structures which house photovoltaic panels. Here, we see a visualization of this design in perspective view. Moving on, I use the word communicate. Here, the buildings open inward and the central paths represent a dialogue between the buildings. A unique shading device is shown in the lower left-hand corner, which can pivot up and down, shading the upper floor in the summer and providing a wind break to the ground floor in the winter. I also explored the idea of having the buildings collaborate to lead the visitor through the site. This contributes to a feeling of discovery and exploration. Also, playing with the concept of connection, this design consists of a continuous serpentine shape winding through the site. In the refined design for communicate, I kept the pivoting shading devices. Also, there is a feeling that the buildings are coercing you through the site. This sense is enhanced by guiding walls with cutout framed views of the surrounding area. Here is a concept sketch in perspective. Please note the pivoting shading devices. Lastly, using skin as my inspiration, this design exploits the idea of layering different structures to guide visitors through the site. These layers appear to undulate from the earth, providing a sense of connection with the ground. Continuing to explore, I designed a series of outdoor courtyards that provide a sense of compression and release. Again, small cutouts in the surrounding walls are situated along the path to provide framed views. I also wanted to explore the idea of skin being stretched across a building. Here, large pieces of fabric appear to pull the half-sunken buildings from the ground. The space underneath the fabric is also used for shade and shelter. Filtering these ideas, this refined Parti sketch is primarily based on the stretched fabric. This design also uses the compress and release sensation and has a strong relationship with the ground. Here we see the dynamic qualities of this design. I really appreciate the tension created between the fabric awnings and the buildings. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.